It's Tom here, and welcome back to Digital Graffiti Letters Part 2. Digital Art Tutorial in Adobe Illustrator. This is the second part, as promised, of the Digital Graffiti tutorial. If you missed Part 1, then be sure to check it out by clicking the link in the description or the card in the corner. Last time, we created the outline of our graffiti letter and then built up a shadow layer and the first gradient layer. We are going to continue with the artistic details, so let's jump right into it. We're going to start making highlights. For this, you must imagine some light coming from a specific direction and how that would highlight the graffiti letter or shape. Then select either white or a shade very close to white in the color palette. Select the pen tool and switch the color to stroke. I will imagine the light source for mine is coming from the upper left. So firstly, I will create a shape along the left side vertically with the pen tool. You can adjust it with the white arrow selection tool afterwards. Once you are happy with the shape, highlight it and switch it from a stroke to a color fill, like so. We could leave it like this, and that might be the look you're going for. But personally, I'm going to add a blur effect. Highlight the shape again and go up to Effect, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Choose the settings that apply to your design and hit OK. I forgot to add the second gradient layer, which is no problem. We can go ahead and do that right now. Highlight the upper layer and then hold down Alt until you see this icon appear. Then click and drag to duplicate. Place it back over the top, exactly in place, but make sure the highlight we've made before is above if need be. The first gradient layer was white at the top and invisible at the bottom, but we will flip this so it's invisible at the top and dark blue at the bottom. You could make this in one gradient layer with the white at the top and the blue at the bottom, but I find it blends a lot better if separated into two gradient layers with invisible strokes used. Quick tip, hold down the spacebar and click to move around the artboard easily. Now select the pen tool and draw yourself a shape where you would imagine to see some shadow or shading. So for me, the light is coming from the upper left, making this part under the cross section being dimly lit. It doesn't matter right now what color the path is that you're drawing, but we want to fill it in after. When you have the shape, make sure you fill it with a gradient like this. Because it is a shadow, I want to make the gradient dark in color. Again, play around with the degrees of the angle and keep one side invisible as it blends nicely. We can clean it up with the white selection tool after we have the gradient set. To speed up this tutorial, I will go ahead and use the same technique of creating highlights and shading on my graffiti letter. Use the pen tool to create your shapes as shown, then either use the Gaussian blur or the gradient fill. I'm fairly happy with that. Remember, you can go back and edit your work anytime. We are nearly at the finishing line, people. You will now make a dripping paint effect. Select the pipette tool here and highlight the shadow layer. We want the paint to be the same color. Then with the ellipse tool, make a circle shape. Place it where you want, and then with the pen tool, create a drip shape. It would be best to send these shapes to the back by highlighting them and going up to Object, Send to Back. Again, I will go ahead and create all of my paint drips and be right back after. As you can see, I also have outlined a path with the pen tool around my shape. Flip the path to a fill and then go up to Object and Send to Back. I'm going to add a layer to the background, giving the design more depth. You can add anything you want, just be creative and let your imagination run wild. But remember, save your work. My final design is finished. Let me know what you think and how yours came out. I really hope this tutorial helped you understanding designing your own graffiti letters. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for weekly content. Tutorials every Tuesday, speed up videos every Thursday, and 1-minute graphic design hacks on Sunday. Until next time, design your future today. Peace.